Okay, I have been waiting a very, very long time to get this parcel back. Actually, I haven't been waiting a long time to get it back. I've been waiting a long time. I did these paintings that are inside this parcel months ago. You guys have already seen them. You've just watched Nikki's video. It's now my turn to actually have a look at what she did. I've got no idea. I'm sure it's super impressive. I've seen the small one with the boastful resin that I sent Nikki. I don't have my videos, by the way. She's probably already alerted you of that fact. Don't know what happened because I did them so long ago. I don't know, they got lost in Dropbox or something. So we're going to do it again and film all the different parts. But because I sent 3 paintings down for Nikki to embellish, I just kind of gave her one plain one and then 2 other ones that I thought would just be suitable for the type of embellishing that Nikki actually does. So my job now is to clean up the backs of these and make them look perfect again, and coat our joint effort in resin. So nicely packed. I should pack a bunch of paintings up for you guys and show you how we send them over here. It's actually not just over here. Like, I just feel like sometimes big wooden crates that weigh an absolute ton, you know, so much boxing up can become just so expensive. So this is the way I've always done it, and it looks like Nikki's doing it this way too now. I've had one of these. I had a small bloom. I did an art swap, and I sent it to a lovely friend of mine in Denmark, just as COVID started. Oh my God, Ollie, you just scared me, puppy. I packaged it up just the same as this, bubble wrap, brown paper, and then completely sealed with packing tape. It traveled all the way across the world to Denmark, got lost somewhere along the way, and 8 months later, I got the painting back to me. But yeah, point of the story is the brown paper on the bubble wrap with the packing tape around it was a little bit battered, but it actually had no damage whatsoever to the painting inside. It had been knocked around a bit, but it definitely survived an 8-month trip across the world, across the globe. Okay, now apparently this one doesn't look that great at the moment because it does need the top resin coat. Obviously, so that's the front there. All right, there's the very messy back I've got to clean up. Sure that they're still filming there. Okay, so this one is the black one. And Nikki was a bit concerned that it doesn't look very good until it has the resin on it because of something she's done. She said it kind of needs the resin to actually coat what she's done. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, oh, you're kidding me. Oh, no way. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. I think that's one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. Oh, wow. Oh, I see what you mean here. Yeah, so she wants me to get that resin over the top of that so you can't see that. That's all right. There's a tiny little bit of stuff on the black there that I need to resin over the top of. Is that not like one of the most amazing things you've ever seen? Nikki, this is absolutely beautiful, girlfriend. I just can't believe this. I just, even when I think I know what you might do, I still get really surprised with all your new creations and videos. When you bring something out, I'm like, of course she's stepped it up, but this is just next level, really. It's beautiful. Shush. This is beautiful. I love how she's left the piggies here, the color shift piggies down the bottom here. All right, family has returned. So that means this particular video needs to finish. I'm going to get on to probably fixing the backs of these paintings first. Sometimes I do tape them up, but other times I'm in the mood to just paint. So I just grab them and I'll just sand this off with my electric sander. It won't take very long. And then I'll tape it up. And this absolutely stunning piece of art is going to get a flood coat of resin. And yeah, I just can't wait to see them all finished. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thanks for watching that little unboxing, guys, or unpackaging. I'll get on to the next part soon, and then I'll be showing you the all important last flyover when they're finished. Okay. So now I'm just going to touch up the edges a little bit with some black Amsterdam Expert Series. I think it's ivory black that I'm using, just to make sure the edges are nice and glossy and coated in black to match the top. So I'm just tidying it up, getting it ready for the resin coat. I'm going to be using Art Resin, which is a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy coating system from Art Resin. Yeah, I like it because it's quite easy. It's super clear. I'm going to mix it for about 1.5 minutes, I think, maybe a couple of minutes. I'm not going to mix it too quickly. I do believe it's good to get bubbles when you're mixing resin because it kind of means that, you know, you have been whipping it up and it's going to be really, really mixed well. But yeah, if you want to spend an extra minute stirring it, it probably does come out a little bit better if you mix it a little bit slower. I've kind of just learned that over the years. It comes out a little bit more smooth and glossy, and a little bit easier to pop the bubbles if we don't whip it up so much. So I know that might go against some things I've said in the past when I'm doing my resin, but you do learn as time goes on. So yeah, it's a perfect choice for coating your artwork. You can do some shallow casting and things like that with Art Resin. Probably wouldn't do any really, really large projects with it. It's probably not quite hard enough to hold for the bigger casting projects, but yeah, I like to use it for coasters and coating all different flat surfaces. So I've made sure it's nice and level. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the front, the black parts. So Nikki did cross out, I realized they were the lines that I made. I'm just wiping my gloves off here, by the way, to get any kind of powder off because I'm planning on using my hand to spread the resin around. So that's really important to use a wet cloth to get rid of any residue off your gloves before you do that. So what was I saying? Yeah, on the black part, I decided that I wasn't 100% sure if I could cover the pen properly with the resin that Nikki used to cover up the lines that I made that she didn't like. I was a little bit offended at the start, but then I realized she made the perfect decision because, yeah, they couldn't stay there. If her design was going to flow, my initial thing I did had to sort of be modified. So that's a bit embarrassing, but anyway, we came together in the end and made it work. So yeah, what I was saying was I was a little bit worried about the resin covering that, and I did not want to put another coat of resin on because it already had a coat of resin when it got to Nikki. So I wanted to try to keep it at 2 coats maximum. So I covered up with just some computer paper. I just chopped it into sort of the shape of Nikki's design at the top there. And I just taped it down loosely, and I did a light coat of black spray paint over the black area, making sure I didn't damage any of those beautiful little white embellishments that Nikki's done with her pen. I still wanted to black that out properly before I resined it. I was a little bit worried that it wasn't quite all uniformly dark. So I did spray paint over that, and I was still very nervous at this stage. Is it going to be covered up when this resin is on? I was really super worried about that. So by this stage right now, I can definitely see that it has worked perfectly, thank goodness, because who wants to ruin such a beautiful piece of art like that? I just wouldn't have, I would have to leave town basically. I wouldn't be able to tell her that I did it. So yeah, I was really, really happy that I did the piece proud. I covered it nicely and it didn't have any kind of, you know, imperfections in the resin. It just worked out perfectly on the day. So I was so happy with that. Now the all-important food net or box, whatever you choose to cover it with. I like to put mine on really slowly so it doesn't drag any kind of puppy hair up off the ground as I'm putting it on, or dust. So I think the slower you move over with the tent, the better. And then obviously I need to put something on top of that. So I've used just a light, I think it's just like a polyester, but it's kind of like a breathable sarong, and it's very, very light, so it won't collapse the tent, which would have been a disaster. Yeah, so it's under there curing, and right now I'm praying to God that I take that off and it's perfect. So I guess we get to see the next day. So here she is in all her glory. It turned out absolutely stunning. I was just so happy with the end result. I think we came together with our two styles perfectly for this project. I really suck at doodling, so that's where the idea came from. I just did this kind of swiped painting and I was like, oh, I would love to embellish that with pens, but I know I would probably destroy it if I tried to do anything. So I was like, oh, I've got this amazing idea. I need someone else to doodle on it, and I know exactly who I'm going to ask to do it. So yeah, apologies for losing the first swiping video, but I'm hoping Nikki will have me back for another go after we do. There's actually 3 paintings that I sent down, so there's 2 more to go after this one that we haven't shown you, but yeah, hopefully after that we can do another one in the future where we capture all of the parts, not just the end parts, but it was still just too good not to show you guys. So yeah, apologies for the first little bit of the video missing where I paint this, but you can see down in the bottom there that's got some Pretentious and Comet, and yeah, I will be able to list down some of the colors that I used because I can recognize them after it's dried, but yeah, probably not all of them. But yeah, I definitely know that I just was using the SUP Pretentious down the bottom there, and it was just absolutely beautiful that Nikki left that part sort of to shine through, that had the most beautiful color shift. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you again so much, Nikki. Love your work. So glad we did this, and thanks everybody for watching, and hopefully we can get you back next time for another collab between the beautiful Nikki and myself. So thanks guys, I will see you next time.